Alright, this is quite high. I'm gonna lower down the volume. So yeah, we're watching the second video on Nightingale's playlist, which is after the reroll. It's in the Ultimate Beginner's Handbook, Spring 2022 edition. So far, we're already done with the overview, and we were done with the selective summons. So once again, I would really like to, I would really suggest filter. That's it. That's my recap there. And this one will be linked in the description below. So let me know in the comments on what you think on the video. And thank you so much, Nightingale, for giving me the permission way before to react to your videos. Okay. All right. Let's get on to it then.
What's up, guys? Nightingale here, and welcome
to
another Ultimate Beginner's Handbook video.
Balance is for Expedition.
Today, we're going to be talking about, after the reroll, what's next. So, before we get going, I just want to do a couple quick little housekeeping things here. Is just for the next video or two, I want to just keep pointing this out for new players. This is designed to be watched from front to back as a course to help teach new players everything they're going to want to know about Epic 7. So therefore, you'll always be able to tell by the orange text where you are inside of the series, and this will also be referenced inside the playlist. They should follow this order. Now, I will say this is just a subject to change. If you see something that's not quite in the same order, it may be because later down the road I've put something in here I said was more important, or at some point I said, wait, I probably need to add this here. But the goal is...
By the way, hold on. This is as of May 6th, 2022. So this is the updated one. On the list, it was kind of before, so this one is the updated one for May 2022.
Is that you're going to be getting information as you need it. You won't be taught anything that you don't need right away. So if it's not here in a specific order, it's probably later on where you will need the information. Next up, the next big thing we want to cover really quickly is this. And try to be in the first minute of the video, you will always see a video overview of what is talked about inside of this direct video. As well as directly below will always be, in the description, will be timestamps to the major key points here. And sometimes when we have these secondary bullet points, those might be highlighted as well, or something else I feel like you need to see will also be in a timestamp as well. So you'll be able to navigate the video, and especially if you want to come back and check in on a specific subject, you can always reference the timestamps to make sure that you're getting the key facts out here. Now, before we continue on, first off, I just really want to say welcome new players to Epic 7. You've picked a wonderful time to start. There's so much going on, and you've got an incredible journey ahead of you, and hopefully that the Ultimate Beginner's Handbook is going to help give you the keys to be able to go from
right now we got Alexa
to hero in just a short few months. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump
Epic
over
Pass
here
for Summer Serbia.
The reroll account. I did decide on reroll number 2. I just said we're just going to stick with it. I did check a couple of the other accounts. I was like, yeah, they technically are better, but this one will do fine for what we're going to be doing throughout the rest
Summer
of the
Alexa looks good.
Handbook.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and just say this really quick.
I know,
we will be jumping back and forth as we progress a little further inside. We'll go
right
to
now.
my main account and this as well. Well,
yeah,
so we finished the reroll. What next? Well, we got a lot of different things to cover. So the first subject we're going to cover today is adding heroes to your team. And now the reason why I want to do this is because, first off, Roz is looking a little lonely at the table. Now, so you just finished your selective summon. It's time to add those heroes you just summoned up. Well, in this case, I've got a little more than that because I also did the daily morning pulls today live on stream on this just because we were seeing what in the world we would get. And as I also forgot after the fact, I accidentally rolled the tickets that I was going to roll here. So we've got a few things I didn't have in the last video. Now, for what we're going to be doing, we want to put on our 5-star heroes because they're going to have ultimately the most stats here early on. So we're just going to click 5 stars and we're going to do a 5-star parade here. So I got Arya, which is a really unique ice mage. She's my cup of tea. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
All right.
Arya before the art changed. So What a luck suck. For a new account, yeah.
Then we're gonna take our Iceria we got from
My
the
cup of
selective
tea,
summon. While we
exactly.
have the one down here that taunted me.
More like-
Afterwards, we're also gonna grab
More like G cup. G cup of tea.
Sirmia, and we're gonna pop her on the team. And you know what? Let's make this a harem for Raz. You know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Let's just go ahead and put him here on the team. Now, the reason why I put her here is just because I know how things are gonna work, and I know the kit. So she's
Because she is thick,
Alright,
so she's
that's
on
how
the front.
you add heroes to the team. Simple as that. Now, here's a couple other things we will talk about just to fill you in real quick. You are able to sort by elements, which will help out. You can sort by who's got buffs, what debuffs they have. This is a brand new feature. I'm so happy you guys are starting now. This is such a huge quality of life change that you have no idea about, and you're about to be so spoiled because of it. You can sort by grade, which just puts the 5 stars and the best up at the top, and then you can sort by class, element, friendship, memory, and print, whatever. You've got a way of obtaining different sorting elements here. So that's just how you use that menu in the very short go in, experiment with it. People set up their menus completely different on how they want to go. Mine's been on grades since I started playing, and it's just how I've sorted it. So there you go. You're also able to have multiple team slots, and eventually you will have
CP is the best
ability,
option.
to add other teams. I don't know if that's locked away right yet because we can't create a third because there should be a button here. But I think that comes later on. But I just want to let you know you will be able to create more than 2 teams. So let's just go ahead and go into the next thing. So next up is you want to start working on immediately as you start progressing on your adventure path. Now, why this is important is this is where you're going to get a lot of resources early on. As you can see, we already have some stuff to claim. We have gold, cool, and we have a kind of garbage set. Don't worry about this, but
beginner
it'll
gear.
get you through if you absolutely are struggling. But you will want to work on this. Be careful though with certain ones of these things. There are gear that you're going to be getting that will make these things better along the way. Personally, I think they need to come through and re-update the early adventure path stuff, because who in the world needs level 27 gear now? They're giving away 75 gear. They're giving away actually a lot of gear, to be honest. So don't do some of the enhancement stuff, but you will want to start looking at the progress and save those enhancement ones for gear later on. Most of this gear early on isn't going to do
that's a lot of speed.
But there will be a lot of stuff in here that you will want to start.
It's hard to replace,
as you can,
especially if you're on early stages.
Possible. So that's just something to take note while you're there. Okay, next up, we've got a lot of different stuff to start clearing up. So let's jump into adventure, and we've got a long process of things we need to do. So first off, we're going to jump into Tyrael Castle, and here you're basically going to be taught the labyrinth system. If you really want to get down to it, that's basically what this is going to do. And in here is also going to unlock Sanctuary. So keep playing through the story. You won't need to back out. If it tries to prompt you out, don't. Just keep playing through this, because you ultimately are aiming for 1-10. You are aiming for this stage right here.
Hell yeah.
You don't want to stop until you hit here, because there are certain things you will want along the way. Now, what I'm going to do for the sake of the tutorial is I'm going to pop in at each one of the sections that you will want to have, and we're going to show you what it unlocks when we get to it. So we're going to have a couple cuts real quick, but we're going to show you each thing along the way. So let's jump into the first one. All right, so here we go. We're right here at the end, and we're going to just jump in through the portal right here.
That's how you exit the portal, by the way. That's how you exit the labyrinth.
Should get the prompt in just a second. So we got all the questing stuff confirmed. There we go. Sanctuary is now unlocked, the Heart of Orbis. So just keep playing through the tutorial. The next thing we've got is
your PvP content.
So let's go through this. That is going to unlock here in 1-6. So we're going to jump in, and it's really simple. There's not a lot here. Again, I'm skipping so that you can take time to read the story, all that good stuff. I don't want to spoil anything, but yes, it's got a tutorial on basically how to do it. We're just going to hit cancel, and it's really as simple as this. Now, while you're in auto battle, you've got a new little function here, and something we want to talk about once we can get to a stage. Or actually, you know what? I will turn it off here in just a second. Well, no, I can't. I actually do have to keep this on. Okay, so right over here, you can see that there are 4 little check marks below each one of the characters' portraits. Now, what this does is this is controlling whether their skills are on or off. when you see this, this is basically a function of this is the skills are on when the check marks are up. By turning down this is only going to make them use their skill 1s. We're going to stop this. Please stop moving. There we go. Oh, wait, it is going to force me to go. But this is going to keep you to a point of being able to... certain things may slow you down later on in the future, so you turn their skills off because you only really need their
That's
skill
not true, guys.
off.
Don't worry.
But in this case, you don't want to do this, but this is how you can
Brass
turn
has
skills
plot
off
armor
when you're doing certain types of farming. It can and cannot speed things up depending on what you're trying to do. So that's something I wanted to show you real quick. And now the next thing is, also in this stage, you're going to unlock now Fire Mercedes, which is really cool. So one thing to point out here is Mercedes is one of those units that if you don't happen to roll any fire units early on and all you have is Raws, Mercedes is going to be something you're going to want to invest into a lot later down the road. She's one of the better, not joking, a 4-star free unit given to you is one of the better and fire mages that you're going to have access to for PvP later on. So definitely take the time to level this Mercedes up, get her ready. By the time you beat episode 3 at the very end, you will unlock the artifact, which actually is what Mercedes is truly her. Basically, it's her specialty change. We'll talk about Mercedes, that later on, but it's going to allow her to be even better than she is now, and you'll be unlocking a specific thing later that will imprint this Mercedes.
My Mercedes is actually 4-star.
This is where you're going to be able to obtain her. It used to be a reward, so you may have seen some guides where
she's still 4-star
from the mail or beating this, but now it's just given to you right here on this stage. It should pop up here in a prompt in just a second. Yep, here it is. So this is her saying that she was prompted to be here, and there you go. Mercedes is now in your inventory, so if you need a fire mage, this is definitely something to consider. Don't write this unit off. She is super, super powerful later on in the game for you. Something that will help you out along the way. Feel free to invest into her. All right, next up is we are going to talk about Breath of Orbis here in a little bit. It's going to be something you're going to unlock in just a bit. We'll have to go to 1-9 to get a hold of that, so I will see you at the end of 1-9. Here we go. We just finished 1-9, and now we're about to get the pop-up in the prompt for the Breath of Orbis. Now, why I want to quickly talk about this is going to be a currency that you're going to have to start farming up later on for Sanctuary. I plan on doing a full guide when we get into the actual Sanctuary video, where I will show you where all of the Breath of Orbis are. Now remember, as a new player, not all of these are going to be obtainable to you right away. But I wanted to go ahead and put this in the video to let you know that these are going to be important later on down the road, as this is what's going to level up your Sanctuary to be able to do a lot of different things. So just so that you know and understand the importance of this currency. Now, again, right now, you don't have to jump in and go spend it right this moment. We've got a lot of other stuff we got to cover in this video, and you got to progress that we're going on. Next up, we're going to go to finish up the first chapter of episode 1, and we've got a lot to talk about when we get to that. So I'll see you guys at the end of 1-10. All right, here we go. We are done. We've just beat 1-10, and now a lot is available to you on your account, and we got a lot to talk about. So make sure you sit and watch this cutscene. It's really, really awesome. Do take the time to sit here and watch this, but for the sake of the video, we're gonna skip, and we're gonna skip all the tutorials. Make sure you read all of this stuff as well. This will help you out, but for the sake of the tutorial, we are going to skip it. That's just teaching you how to use the map function. Okay, so we're gonna head back to the lobby, and we've got a lot more now available. So you're going to start seeing animations depending on where you are. The new unit that is out will be popping up in this case. Some of you, if you're starting during reruns, you won't see this, but Taeyu is a new unit. So in this case, we're getting to see his scene and his introduction card, but we're just going to skip through it. We're not going to rate right now, but do rate it 5 stars. They do deserve it, especially with all of the work that they're putting in. So we are now finished with 1-10, where what is next for you? this is where we're going to give you kind of start listing off some stuff and telling you kind of where to go and what you have left to do.
Rank
so,
7?
a couple milestones that you need to start looking at.
7 out of 10.
Account rank 10. Account rank 10 will unlock a few more things along the way for you as well. That'll unlock guilds. That's going to unlock some of the event stuff. Some things are hidden behind that, so you're going to have to work towards that. Next thing is there should be a beginner event showing up relatively soon, and I'm trying to see, is it in here or is it here? Ah, the beginner's event. So this is something that you will want to work towards, and
well, I don't...
as just a word of advice.
What is this?
So personally, what I would recommend do is save these penguins. You will need them. Don't just throw them frivolously away into a random unit. Work on clearing these out because you do have a
Did we
limited
get
amount of
this
time to
or
do
no?
this. So this is something you will want to
I think
clean out, and
we did not,
it has
right?
a lot of good value overall. While we're in here real quick, just something that you'll note as new players, you probably won't know about this, but make sure you come in here and do your web events every single day. This is super helpful. You'll be able to get a lot of currencies and stuff. The shops change weekly. This one will change every few weeks. This one will be
getting spoon-fed too
in,
to stay in the game.
So try to get in here, get these shops cleaned out. You have rewards that can be claimed by the amount of things you can get. There should be still plenty of time for you to get most all of this type of stuff. And then there's another one specifically going on. This is kind of new, so for new players, this may or may not always be here, but this is something you definitely want to do while we're here. And then if you want to make sure you claim extra energy, you can get 64 rating each one of these events, and totally you need to rate these things 5-star because this is exactly what they've needed to be doing for a very, very long time. So that's something that we wanted to cover. The next thing we want to talk about is, again, towards the progression, is you want to unlock that girl back here, which her name is...
You don't know the pain? Oh my god.
The reason why I say this is you want to unlock her by beating stage 2-2.
You've been
it's
through a
not
lot,
much further on into this, and the reason for that is right here.
We've been out here.
As part of completing rewards and getting things, you will want to unlock her because it unlocks her beautiful pursuer adventure path. You will be putting her on the team, so she will eventually, one of my units will come off and be replaced by her, which you will want to go through and work on this. Everything you will need to work on her is given to you inside of this, so don't use it on anything else. It's specifically designed to be used for her. This has been a kind of a hang-up for a few newer players, is they accidentally used this stuff to promote their main unit, and then when it came to actually finishing her thing, they weren't able to. But everything is there designed to level her up and give you technically a 5-star unit when it's over and done with. Now, once the adventure path is complete, depending on what we're about to talk about in a minute, you may or may not completely retire this unit, but we'll cover that in just a little more depth and probably actually end up being in another video. The next big milestone at account rank 10 when you get there is going to be joining a guild. Now, I'm not going to be doing this on the video today, is going to rank 10, but in another episode coming very soon, we will be talking about joining a guild and all of that stuff, and I'll be going over all of the guild things that you will want to know in that episode. So I'll be 10 by then, and we'll go over and talk to you about it then. Now, probably the most important benchmark
I don't have a guild.
To 1-10
I don't own a guild.
Is the Moonlight Blessing. Now,
and my guild is in Asia. Most of you guys are going to be
talk about this in this video. The very next video that's going to hopefully come out here before the end of the week or beginning of next week. For you, it's probably the next video, depending on where you are at in time. This could be tomorrow for you, or it could be out for 6 months by now.
Thanks.
We're going to talk about the Moonlight Blessing, but we're going to briefly talk about it here.
Oh boy, I think this is it. The juicy. Is this it? Is this it, guys? I think I'm not yet prepared, but get it on.
Because this is gonna need its own video in its entirety for us to talk about this.
Oh, it's on a separate video.
But here's the short on this. You can thank the Rise update. So last year's major content update gives you a free ML5. That's right. This unit will be yours for free. You are able to pick one. Now, there are choices here that will determine how you want to play and where you want to play. There are some key options and things like that. I would suggest for those of you who are watching this video as soon as it's released, be patient with this. Don't pick this right away. Wait till that video comes out. For those of you who it's already out, you'll be able to jump into the next video and watch that. But we've got a lot of cool characters here. Some of them are very, very, very good. Some of them are
I mean, 2020
bad.
cringe.
We're not going to get into that.
It's not, guys. It's
I want to
not.
bring it up because I want you to know that this is going to be yours. You'll be able to guarantee yourself one ML5.
Don't worry about it. RB's not cringe.
Take some time, but it's yours. So we do want to cover that. Another thing I want to talk to you about real quick is the reputation. The reputation is right here at the bottom of your screen. You probably noticed you have a bunch of pings. Now let me quickly cover this really quick for you. I know this wasn't in the overview, but it's something that I decided at the last minute I should probably put in here because it's something you need to know about at this point in time, because depending on where you are in the day, morning, evening, wherever you are, you may or may not need to be doing this a little bit quicker, just so that you can understand some things. This is a daily reset here on the daily reputation, so make sure you claim it as soon as possible. So for me, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. You also now have a hour-long gold buff, which will give you 10% gold while you're farming, so try not to pop this instantaneously until you are ready to start farming. But in my case, I'm done for the day.
So far, that's
so
true.
I would rather have the overall rewards than let it sit. Now, as far as the memory chain and conclave, something that you will want to note here is as you go through and pick some of this stuff up, it will level this up. Each one of these has its own reputation, and you will want to level it up as you go about it. I don't think we've got enough here to level this one up. No, we don't. And then as far as this one goes, do we have enough to level this one up? No, we don't. Cool. But this is something that you'll want to check in and keep an eye on and make sure that you are doing your dailies and weekly stuff here. This is actually really, really, really good. This is 50 free sky stones a day as long as you clear this out. Now, I'm not 100% sure if you will be able to do all of this in your first day or two, but
should be able
as you
to.
get a little more advanced and get in by your first week or so, you should be able to clear out all of the daily rewards. And the same thing with weekly. They also just
If
added
you're really
2
playing the game, you
transmit
should be able
stones
to.
in here, which is really, really, really good.
But if you don't, just in
So
case,
thank you,
it's fine.
Smilegate, for that one. We all appreciate the fact that you are looking out for us in that aspect. But there's a lot of good stuff in here that you will want to make sure you're clearing out weekly. But again, there are stuff here that you will not have access to right away. But it is just something I wanted to point out here, that this is something you will want to work on, and especially in the future, that you know it's here, and this is something you will want to keep a constant check on. So yeah, let's move on to the next thing. So that's really it as far as what's next after the reroll. So the next real big milestones is we're going to talk about the Moonlight Blessing. We're going to have you start working on going through story, which is the next big important thing, because you really now need to start working on clearing out the entire first episode. Reason being is because there's going to be a lot of content that will not unlock until you beat Chapter 10, 10th stage. So you have a lot of story grinding to go through. Take your time, read the story. It's really cool. I think you're really going to enjoy it. Now, that will be a little bit later on down in the video, as you could tell from the overview of the course. We'll be getting to 110 or 1010 a little bit later on. So we got a lot to cover. We got a lot more stuff to educate you on as it comes up, and that's going to be the goal, is as things happen, the videos will show up at certain stages so that you get it at the right time. Now, this doesn't help everybody because some people are trying to progress much faster, but I'm trying the best that I can to get it to that point to where as soon as I can get the video ready, it's coming out to you. So hopefully this has been helpful. I will try to do my best to help you guys out along the way inside the comments to get you guys where you need to go, help and all that type of stuff. I will try my best to help every single one of you out. I want you to enjoy the game, and I want to be able to give you the best possible start and the best path forward so that you can really enjoy and really feel like your time invested here inside of Epic 7 is worth it and it is of value, because I don't want to feel like you're getting scammed. I don't want you to feel like it's too hard. I promise you, if you follow this through all the way to the end, you will be able to do it. It will be a grind, but the rewards in the end are going to be truly amazing, and I can't say enough about that. So thank you guys so much for watching and all the support that you've been giving, especially for the new handbook. I really do appreciate the fact that a lot of veterans are really supporting the Ultimate Beginner's Handbook. That really does mean a lot to me, and thank you all, especially for the veterans that are watching this and promoting this. That really does mean a lot to me. And for new players, hopefully this is helping you out. But yeah, you guys take care, and we'll see you in the next one.
Alright, so my thoughts on this video. So far, everything seems true with reputations. I don't know if I should bring it up right now, but let's see the course overview first. Let's see if it's gonna be mentioned. Moonlight Blessing, promoting units. Who to summon for? Sanctuary, join guild. I think it's not covered, but just in case, I think I'm gonna cover it also. So let's see. So yeah, bit by bit. So adding heroes. Basically, you just need to. You can either click the table. You can also.
Now, so you just.
You can also, let's see here. You can click hero. All right, I'll do this here. So yeah, you can click here. You can go teams. That's one. Or you can click the table. Yeah, clicking the table gets you into teams. So yeah, adding a unit. It's on the video. Easy. So next, adventures path. For a beginner, yeah, pretty much you'll have to follow it through, and using what's her name again? The Peace Criteria. Peace Criteria is very useful in the early stages. So most likely you will use her. If you're following Knight's video, you will use Ross. You will use the Iseria, and then Thieria, and then another unit. In my case, you will just replace Iseria with Vildi, and then that's it. So you will be able to get her into 5-star Max Awakening, and she will have all of her skills unlocked. And at some point, you will definitely replace her in the team with a better unit to fulfill her job. So, yeah, as you can see, I still keep her as a 5-star. I did not go for a 6-star. So yeah, she will be definitely replaced earlier because of her multipliers and her 4-star stats. Okay, so next is Sanctuary. That's where you get to do a lot of stuff, getting Breath of Orbises so that you can get your penguins and everything. It's gonna be, I believe it's gonna be tackled later on. Okay, next is autoplay. That's easy. You just click the A to autoplay. If it's off, they will not use the skill. If this is on, they will use their skill. Okay. And yeah, for Mercedes, definitely one of the best units that you will be using in the future. As for me, I have a lot of units, so I don't have her 5-star. I don't have her 6-star, to be honest. I have her here as a triple S 4-star unit, not even awakened. But she's really powerful. Disregard my Mercedes. Is really useful, especially if you don't have a lot of units. Okay. Next, Breath of Orbises. It was explained. Chapter 1, 10-10. It is for the Covenant. No, the Moonlight Summons, and then let's see, Beginner's Event. Yeah, don't forget to do that. And in here, just open the mailbox. You click on Going Events. Right now, as the time of the recording, this is the event that is available right now. So basically, that's just 20 times of anything. It can be a combination of arena, combination of hunt, combination of adventure, and then you get 20 in total. You should be able to get all of the rewards. Okay, and then it's going to be here. Don't forget your hunt challenge for your secret. Next is Spirit Area. You guys already know that. Joining guild. We're not recruiting. We're not a strong guild. So don't mind me, okay? Yes, this is gonna be on another video. We will definitely visit that video. Reputation. Reputation. What I can share on you guys about reputation is, I think Nightingale might not be able to tackle this one out, but or it might come up in the future. But since we're going in reputation, I will share this to you guys. So here, memory chain. So what you want to do in reputation is you want to get the ice stones and the bookmarks. So one of the options here is to reach level 6 with a hero. Friendship level 6. So that's one. Another option is to, where is that? It's gonna be triple S'ing a hero. There you go. So triple S'ing a hero gives you bookmarks, okay, up to 30 times. So how do I get the triple S thing? So what you can do is, if you have your 3-star fodder, so filter it out. This was not available before anyways. Now it's available. So 3-star, you sort by 3-star, and then you basically feed the same copy on the hero until you get 3 stars. Okay? If it's your first copy, it's up to you if you want to save it or if you want to transmit the hero. Because if you transmit a hero, for example, this Karen or Karin, this is a value of 50 because she is S. It is going to be lower if it's a 3-star character. Like Januta. Januta only costs 1. So to triple S Januta, you need about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 plus the base hero to triple S the unit. So if you're planning to collect the hero, that's fine. But if not, you can transmit the hero or the transmit stones, which you can purchase a lot of stuff with. Okay, so for example, we have here Hazel. So if we memory imprint her with another Hazel, spoilers by the way, she will be rank D. So you need to get a lot more copies to make her triple S. So for this one, I would not go into detail on which 3 stars you would like to keep. I believe they will be encountered later on, or you can do your own research. But if it's not a 3-star character that you need, I would suggest to triple S them first before you go transmit them. so that you can get the reputation, giving you the bookmarks or the extra bookmarks from it. And then, go on. Okay, you will get your transmit stone. So this is the one that you will be getting there. As you can see, I have a lot because I have already a collection, and my journal is 91%. So yeah, I've been transmitting a lot of them, so I have 1,400, and you're gonna use them to buy mostly these artifact charms per week. This one is for late game. Your focus is this for a beginner. Late game, you can go for this. You can also go for this. I am keeping a limited copy of it because you don't really need it that much. Because you're not gonna get a lot of copies of the same hero unless you're super lucky. But yeah, you're gonna use it to buy this one. So if you want to progress faster in 6-starring your unit, you can also buy this, the Giga Phantasma. Giga Phantasma is a 3-star unit that is already at max level. You just need to promote it to make it a 4-star. So I will buy one just to show you guys. And then Phantasmas are categorized here. So as you can see, this is my old one. This is the one that I just bought. So it's a 3-star and it is already max level. You just need to feed it 3 more 3-stars to make it a 4-star. So I already have some pending. So yeah, it helps you progress faster, especially in promoting units. So yeah, you just gotta identify and do the research for the heroes that you want to keep for 3-stars and the heroes that you want to transmit. But as I mentioned, you have to triple S it first. Let me unlock this one. You have to triple S it first before you transmit. You can get total of 8. So Carrot is one of the heroes that are very useful as a 3-star unit. That's why I'm keeping her. This one is an extra, by the way, so don't worry about it. So later on, you will be able to recognize the 3-stars that you don't want and you need. So yeah, this is in the future. You'll just be throwing away 3-stars to get your transmit stones. Alright, this is an endgame thing. Don't worry about it. Just rewind the video if there's something that you do not understand. Okay, so that is one of the things you have to look out for in reputation, because you get bookmarks. Bookmarks are hard to get, especially if you're a beginner. So yeah, you can do that one. It has a, where is it? It has a counter. Triple S. I think I missed it. Then triple S. Okay. So yeah, 85. So there's a threshold that you need to meet so that you can get your bookmarks. So as another source of income, triple Sing a hero is another way to go. Alright, so that's gonna be the end for this video. See you guys on the next one. Johnny!